Well, good morning and happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week. We've been on a roller coaster all week long here in terms of our temperatures. Yesterday was really warm. We had a red flag warning in place. Today will be much cooler with a red flag warning in place. So along the interstate east of the plains is where we're going to see this alert for today. Also Fremont County and the San Luis Valley. We'll get right into the forecast. I'll show you why we have this in place for today. So here's the national scene satellite and radar with the upper atmosphere height lines on the board. This is a wave that's moving to our north, and as it's tracking to the east, it's kicking out a cold front at the surface, and that cold front is making its way through Colorado right now, and so we're seeing the after effects of that as we go throughout our Friday. So as I zoom you in here closer to home, you'll notice it's very quiet as of right now, but a few showers along I-70 as you go north as that cold front, it's working its way through. Of bigger note, it's really kicking up the wind. You'll see here on the wind gust as of right now, we're getting some wind onto the eastern plains, also coming in from the north into Colorado Springs. And so we're going to continue to see these wind gusts throughout the morning on the eastern plains first, and then it'll shift by the time we get to the afternoon time. I have this pause for about 2 p.m. coming in from the northwest. And that northwesterly wind is what's going to dry us out. So we'll be dealing with some breezes pretty much all day long for today. That's why we have that red flag warning in place. Now, from a temperature perspective, as you're starting the morning, it's 31 degrees here in Woodland Park. We got some clear skies as of right now. A calm wind on this reading, and here's a look into Monument. Kind of the same story in terms of temperatures into the 30s. A little bit more in the way of some cloud cover as we're starting the day. And behind the cold front, we're not going to see it really climb much. We'll be into the 40s by 9 a.m. and then eventually topping out into about the middle 50s by the time we get to the afternoon time. So I think Colorado Springs 54 is your high today, 58 here in Canyon City, into the 50s, if not 60s, going to the Arkansas River Valley, 30s and 40s into the higher terrain. So a cooler day nonetheless, especially in comparison to yesterday. In terms of what's going on in the sky, I think we get a mix of some sun, but a little bit more in the way of some clouds for today. You'll notice it kind of ebbs and flows in terms of the cloud cover. A little bit more activity along I-70 in the way of some light snow showers, but for the most part, we stay very quiet. We have a red flag warning in place. It'll be mostly dry for us here into southern Colorado. Now it is the Rockies home opener today, so if you are heading up that way into Denver, you'll be into the 50s. It'll be breezy and it'll be cool, but I think it'll be a nice day, especially to start the season here. And luckily we don't have anything in the way of any rain chances that could impact the game for today. Overnight tonight, it will be on the cooler side, back into the upper 20s. Haven't seen this in a little bit. 29 in Pueblo, 29 into Wassenberg. Single digits and teens as you go west into the high country. This is all behind the cold front. So a very cold start to our Saturday, but then Saturday starts the rebound. Here's what's happening. The wave moves out of here. It moves to the east. We get this northwesterly flow in here. That keeps things very modest, and this is all ahead of a big ridge of high pressure that will start to generally move in to place. So here's what the temperatures look like. Tomorrow will be into the 60s in Pueblo, 60s in Canyon City, middle 50s in Woodland Park. This is all rebounding from Friday. By Sunday, we'll be into the 70s. So this is Easter Sunday. Notice it is very dry. Got the sun icons all around here. It makes for a nice weekend. I think this is textbook spring. 60s, maybe we approach 70. It's really nice, kind of some brisk conditions into the morning hours with the overnight lows. And then by the time we go to Monday, we get a bit warmer, maybe a moisture chance for our Tuesday, warmer by the middle of the week. Colorado Springs, same deal here, 50s as we go into our afternoon for today. It'll be a nice weekend into the 60s. Sunday, 65 degrees for our Easter Sunday. And then Monday, warmer into the 60s as well. Maybe a rain chance for us on Tuesday. In the 10-day swing of things, yesterday I had a couple, indications of some moisture as we went later into the week, but I've taken them off for now until we get a little bit more clear indication of what's to come into the extended forecast.